Good morning.
Good morning. Alright, so today is day 5,
Day 5.
and we're finally filming because we've had some pretty
Questionable
weather,
weather.
right? But this morning we are up bright and early because um, the weather is great for once. Like it's still windy. It's still windy, right?
Yeah.
But nice clear sky this morning. So yeah, we just thought we would take you on a morning walk and we would show you around the resort, the JW Marriott Maldives, because it's beautiful. So yeah, we were sitting on the deck this morning, watching. I was doing some videos, and what did you saw some stuff in the ocean this morning, right?
Yeah, I was excited because apparently fish live in the ocean. That's news. I haven't seen any since we've been here. So I saw a couple of little sharks, saw a couple of fishies, and a sea turtle. It was extremely exciting. I think I scared the turtle, actually. I kind of screamed at it. But yeah, he was filming the sunrise, and I was sitting there watching for fish.
I just want to point out, look at this, like, in between these two villas, this like kind of it's almost like a little sandbar in between.
Yeah.
It's pretty low tide right
pretty. So I'm hoping the sun pops up from those clouds that are over there. That would be nice.
So what's up? So what is our plan right now?
So our plan is, so we are walking from our villa, obviously. We're going to walk to the other end of the island, where there's a calmer beach, and we're going to go swimming. Because this is, when we see good weather, we just have to go for it. So that's what we're doing. So since it's on the far side of the resort from where our villa is, it's a good chance to kind of do a walking tour of where things are. So if you are coming to stay at the JW Marriott, you get a sense of like the layout of the island. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, this boardwalk is pretty long. It's a pretty long walk, and we're about a third of the way down it. Every villa, you get your own butler, and you can text them on WhatsApp for anything you need. And so we've mainly used that to tell our butler to come pick us up or drop us off.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to walk this whole way, or you can't walk this whole way, good morning, that's an option. You don't have to walk this far every time, especially if it's raining. Look how low that like tide pool is now. This is the lowest we've seen. This water, you can see, like, this was the ocean was under this pier yesterday most of the day. So okay, so you can see in the distance that dock that's like pitching in the water. When you come to JW Marriott, you have to get a seaplane. That is generally where your seaplane will land. As you can see, it's a little rocky right now. We did get off the seaplane when it was that rocky. However, they have other places they can land if it is too rough. So again, if you are not fully able-bodied or would be puking your guts up, they have other options. But it was quite the experience getting off the plane when it was all over the place like that. I think they had 4 guys help me off, so I didn't fall. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was fine the entire. I get a little bit of motion sickness, and it. The plane ride the entire way there was fine, and then when we hit that water and we were going around, it was fine. I was fine. I held it together, but it was. I don't know how I would have been if we did have to land on the other side of the island and then take a boat in all of this. So I'm very happy we got pretty lucky, I think, here, right?
Yeah. And yeah, if you get at all motion sick, definitely take some Dramamine. You'll need it. For sure. What's really nice is then they had to do like a little welcome ceremony, and we weren't able to film any of it because the weather was so rough. We didn't want to accidentally drop our cameras.
Yeah.
But like everybody claps you in, and there's like a drummer, and they put like little palm frond necklaces around you, and it's just, you get a really refreshing little drink. It's just lovely. So on our left, right at the end of the pier, is the fitness center that I've never seen anyone use. There's also a yoga pavilion. So they do sunrise and sunset yoga, weather permitting. One of the dining options here is an Indian dinner. I'm totally forgetting the name of it, but I'll look it up. But it's outside in this little pavilion area. And so that is back here through these trees just off the boardwalk. And this is our first time out here. Oh, there's like a hammock and shit. So this is that little dining area. So if you were going to do that fancy Indian dinner, this is where that would be. Obviously, they're not running it right now because of the weather, but that's what it looks like. And there's a little hammock here too, which is cute.
Yeah, no, it's fairly walkable too. This resort,
It's really
which is really
walkable.
nice. I think when we were doing the tour at the beginning, he said like you can literally walk from one end to the other in I think 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And they've done, like, the maintenance is incredible. Like, the grounds crew is always out working. To the left, we have the beautiful, beautiful spa area. So if you want your massages and all that stuff, that's where you can go. Good morning. And they did leave a sheet in our room with a QR code for the spa menu, but didn't have prices on it, so I have no idea what the price point is.
I imagine it's extremely high.
I imagine it's exorbitant.
A burger costs $52, so I think a spa.
Yeah, you immediately have to adjust all of your, like, what things cost. Over here to the left, just past the spa, is a little gift shop. So if you, like, forget your sunscreen or whatever, you can pay probably $50 a bottle.
Yeah, and it's like boutique.
It's a little boutique. It's cute. So this is sort of the main hub of the resort. This is the sign when you come here. There's two buildings on either side. The left one, or the right one, I'm sorry, is sort of the reception desk area. And then on the left is a library. And this is kind of where they put you when you arrive, as they kind of go over, like, here's how this works. And you get your butler's what's that number and all that good stuff. There's also bathrooms with showers in them. So if you do get here and you don't have your room yet, you do have shower access, which is something I wish I'd known. I would have prepared better. Straight ahead is the dock. This is the dock you saw pitching in the water before. This is where you arrive, and then you walk down this pier.
Yeah.
And then there's Ayla, which is the main restaurant. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the food has been absolutely incredible. Some of the best food we've ever had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're currently not doing breakfast because we got an all-inclusive package, but that just includes the lunch, like a 3-course lunch and a 3-course dinner. So that is like way too much food as it is. So we kind of just take the morning, we just have like a coffee in the room and use that as our time to recover before we start eating again. So, but no, you can, if you want, get all meals. You can actually get all meals at Ayla, but there are some other options too.
And let's talk about all-inclusive for a minute, because we have opinions. We love an all-inclusive. When we do cruises, we are drink package people for a very specific reason. Yes, there's a certain amount of math, like, can I break even on how much I'm eating and drinking to make this worth it? Which we're going to try and do the math. We haven't done it yet.
I think we're breaking it because it is so expensive here.
Yeah.
It's like you only need a few drinks.
Yeah,
to,
that's true.
Actually, let's go down here.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Well, we'll show you this little other area.
But part of what you're paying for, especially somewhere like this where it is so expensive, you're paying for that peace of mind. You're not getting that sticker shock every time you get a drink or have a meal. You get to just like sit back and enjoy it. You're not having to see a bill put in front of you, which I'm really enjoying. I think if I kept doing that, it would like take me out of my relaxation. So we walked around. This is Fiamma. This is the Italian place. So they have pizzas and pastas and Caesar salad and all that good stuff. This is the main pool area. If you don't want to hang out at your villa, there's the main pool. On the other side is the Horizon bar with like, they got like little swing chairs, which is lovely. An interesting note about Horizon bar. It also provides the drinks to the main dining room, or Ayla. It's not the main dining room, Ayla.
Yeah.
And they're much stronger when you get them at Ayla than at the bar.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. It's the same bartender.
Yeah.
But when they makes them for the restaurant, he makes them stronger. This has been consistent.
Let's just talk about, this is the view. I feel like the water is extra blue.
Yeah.
Right here, this is where you get that exact, like what you imagine, right?
Yeah.
When you
And
think
this
about
is,
the Maldives.
the sun's not out. The sun is behind a cloud right now, and it's still that
It's windy, it's been raining.
blue. Yeah.
And it still looks like this.
Yeah. And so this is another public beach area. Some of these spots are also for the beach villas. This resort does have beach villas, which is actually their upgrade. But this is a public beach area if you, again, want to not hang out at your villa for some reason. You want to be close to the bar. So this area back here is the lounge, I think they call it. It's like a big games room. They have air hockey. I think they have foosball. They have a pool table. They have a PS5. Is it locked?
Yeah. We can show you through
My theory is that once upon a time this was like a teen center, because there's like a little pool here that's just kind of odd. And then they just converted it to be an overall game center. This resort was not built by Marriott. It was built by another company, and then Marriott bought it and renovated it about 15 years ago, I think. So some of this might be existing structure. And then we are back on the main path. And it's just like so beautiful here. It's very, very, very humid. The trees block the wind, most of it. And I will say, one thing that also surprised me is we've seen a lot of very large bats flying about in the daytime, which I think is cool. I think it freaks out Brant a little bit. But it's cool to see some wildlife.
But yeah, you can also see like along here and kind of on the whole path that we've been along, these are a lot of the beach villas. So you can see they're kind of numbered here. So they're very private. You're not as, we can't even see these villas. So they're a good option if you want sort of some privacy, get surrounded by a little bit of the greenery and the trees.
That's one of the things I've heard about the beach villas and why they are the upgrade option is because they are a lot more private than the villas, which it still feels extremely private. They have privacy walls. Like,
For sure.
You can't see anything. I imagine maybe in the summer when the resort's more full, or whatever season. I don't know what season it is.
I think it's mainly if you have kids.
Yes.
Is
Also,
the
that's a
benefit.
really good thing to point out. If you have kids, I forget what the age limit is. You cannot have an overwater villa. You have to have a beach villa for safety, which makes sense.
Yeah, because there's no guardrails. There's no anything
Yeah.
between you and the ocean. Right?
Yeah, and I think also if they also have pools and all their own pool and all that stuff. So if you have kids or if like modesty is a big part of your lifestyle, you want a little more privacy, the beach villa is a fantastic option.
Yeah, for sure.
We're still walking. I love this walk though. It's really beautiful. Speaking of, if you bring children to the Maldives, up here's the little Griffin's family area. It's this cute little clubhouse for kids. They do all sorts of activities. There's like a pirate ship thing in the background. One day we saw them go to Fiamma and do pizza making, which is adorable. But this building is just so stinking cute. They've got like jellyfish hanging from the ceiling. So if you are
Apparently
bringing...
it's open 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. So
Dang, okay. So if you are bringing kids, there's plenty of activities for them.
apparently you don't need to be with them at all.
Yeah.
With that
You
time.
can just dump them at the kids club.
Yeah, and along here there's a lot of staff sort of areas and stuff like that too, I think. So
Yeah.
that's where I think a lot of them stay.
Yes. They also have a private mosque for staff, which I think is really cool. Very accommodating. One thing is dinner starts at 7 p.m. and part of that is to accommodate that evening prayer time for Muslims. So just be aware, if you're an early dinner person, you're going to have to make an adjustment. But we did, it's fine. We found it works really well if you do like a 3-hour nap from 3 to 6. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And then we...
Because you have to sleep off the 3-course meal you had at lunch.
Exactly. And then we get up and we go to dinner and we eat another 3 courses. It's fine. And yeah, with all the storms we've had, these PALs are like still pretty much immaculate. They have a billion grounds people that are constantly cleaning them. So they do a really good job of like keeping everything clean. It's another beach villa.
And yeah, let's talk about the weather a little bit.
Okay. It's really hot and humid. But we came in monsoon season. It's how we were able to get to be able to come here on points really affordably,
Yeah.
relatively speaking. So we knew the weather might be iffy. We knew that coming in. It's been extremely windy the entire time. Very, 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 very windy. It's been raining on and off. Yesterday it rained almost all day long. And I'm talking like hurricane force winds and just pouring, dumping buckets of rain. And you know what? It's been fine. Yeah, we're not getting like maybe what some people might consider a full Maldives experience.
Right.
We haven't gotten to go into the ocean a ton. We haven't gotten to do the snorkeling. We're not getting that super still, crystal clear water that people talk about when they talk about coming to the Maldives.
Yeah.
But
so I think like, yeah, if things like snorkeling and like, you know, you want to be in the water all day, every day, maybe this time's not.
maybe this month isn't the best, but we knew that going in. We've still like tried to make it as good an experience as possible. Right now we're at the water sports beach, so hold that thought. So they have all sorts of things you can rent, like jet skis and a little paddle boat thing and paddle boards and all that good stuff. So if that's your thing, you can come here and rent them. But yeah, so it's kind of all about perspective. We knew what we were coming for. We knew the weather was going to be iffy, and it's kind of been really fun.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to give yourself that mindset and make the most of it. When you get good weather, you just have to go for it, which is what we're doing right now.
And it's like if you just want to relax in a beautiful like place, this is still it.
Yes.
Even when it's raining.
Even when it's raining, it's still beautiful. So right now, we are walking past the dive shop. So if you want to do arrange scuba diving stuff, if you want to get your snorkel equipment, this is where you come. The snorkel equipment is free and you can keep it for your entire stay. You don't have to return it each day. And then you either drop it off or leave it in your villa and your butler will take it back. Either's fine. And the woman was really, really nice. You just have to sign a little bit of a waiver. So walking along this pier, we come to 2 of the specialty restaurants, Shio and Hashi, I believe they're called. One is the steakhouse, one is the Japanese restaurant. If you have our all-inclusive package, you get a 60% discount if you want to eat here. We have not, because Ayla has been fabulous and the menu is giant and varied. So we haven't felt the need to. Plus, we already spent a lot of money. So, and also back there, I don't know if Grant got it on film, there's a little pavilion. So if you wanted to do a wedding here, there's clearly a spot for a nice little beach wedding. Another part of our all-inclusive package is a beach dinner that has clearly not happened yet because of the weather. It's just been too windy. So it's probably not going to happen, but that's okay. Again, perspective. Like, we're still in the Maldives.
Right.
It's still been incredible. And so, coming to the end of our little island tour here, this whole little treehouse complex is Kashi, which is the Thai restaurant, and also up in that treehouse area is Rumban, which is the rum bar. It's open the bar opens at 10, and Kashi opens at 11 or 1 p.m. for lunch, and they're
Only for lunch.
only for lunch, and that's the same with Fiamma, the Italian place. They're only open for lunch. But so you can see up in that tree house, you get you can have your rum drinks and your Thai food. And
Yeah,
it's
we
lovely.
tried to have lunch up there the other day, and I think we got our drinks, and then a storm rolled in, right?
Yep.
So it was, we saw a storm, and our server, who's obviously very experienced in these kind of things, was like, I think you all should move. We need to move you right now. And he did, and we didn't get drenched, which was amazing.
We were the only people that didn't get drenched because we were the only ones that moved.
Yeah, and then up here, let me spin around. This is another one of the public pools. This one here is an adults only pool. So no children are allowed at this one. This one, I think we've never seen anyone at this pool, but it's beautiful. It's over, this is what we said earlier is the calmer side of the island. So, which we will look at over here.
So this beach is our final destination on our tour. And so this is the calmer beach. So if you are having a little bit of more rough weather, this is a great place to come because it does have these rock walls that protect it a little bit more. It is at the far side of the island, so it's not getting as much wind. I know my hair doesn't seem to be backing that statement up, but it is much calmer here. So I think we're gonna go down there and put our stuff down and go for a swim.
Yeah, we're gonna get in the water while it's not raining and not
But you can see
as
how
windy.
clear it is.
Hopefully, I'll get the GoPro out and hopefully we can get some. See if we can see
fishies.
some fishies.
Some fishies.
But yeah, that's been our little tour, our little walking tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming along.
Yeah. The sunset. We just watched the sunset.
Sunrise.
Yeah. Sunrise, yes. But
But they have let me try that again. We haven't, oh, there's a lizard. Sorry. It startled me. Hi, friend. Off he goes. Sorry about that. I got distracted.